How did I go?
Yes.
Great. Got some daikon radishes, got some beetroot, I've got some tomatoes, and I've got some snow peas. Oh yes, you want to sniff everything? So, hopefully they've got some kangaroo at the Woolworths, because we have some kangaroo and beetroot with like a beetroot salad-y thingy. Snow peas will go with the curry tonight, and then the wraps, the tomatoes will go in the wraps for me, and then I've got some salad in there already, and I'll look at the rest.
G'day, g'day.
We've just loaded up everything in Atherton. We're loaded up on food, fuel, water. We're probably heavier than we've ever been.
Feels heavy. We're droning up these hills.
Probably got about 120 litres on board, 110 litres on board, plus 45 litres of water, and fridge full of meat and bags full of veggies. So
We were supposed to be staying at our last hip camp tonight, and then like we just took a while to make the decision, and we were kind of fiffing around in Atherton. I went to book, it was completely booked out. So we're on our way to our first gravel pit, which I'm a little bit worried about.
it doesn't invoke relaxing vibes when you're like in a gravel pit, when that's your campsite.
But maybe it will, like we haven't been in one yet, so maybe it will and we just don't know.
No, we'll find out when we get there, I guess.
Yeah, there's not many reviews on them, and I'm wondering if that's because people don't stay there.
Or people don't bother reviewing a gravel pit.
So really, I'm not sure what to expect.
There's always a bit of reassurance when you're booking on Wikicamps or HipCamp, because you sort of know what to expect. Sometimes it's a little bit different than it's described, but how good could a gravel pit be?
I don't know.
Find out in about an hour's time.
Yeah.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Just wondering if you're okay to breathe up here.
Why?
It's Australia's highest town.
Oh my god, that explains it. We didn't stock up on oxygen.
Okay. She's bumpy. She's dry.
Oh yeah, it's dry.
Well, it says we're here, so. Alright, was that the other entrance there?
Yeah, it must have been.
So, the first one, pretty small. Bit of rubbish around. Or is that firewood? Someone's left some firewood. Looks like there's no one else here.
Right. That's good going for a start. In it's dusty, but there's an old shitty smashed up car there. Maybe that top bit wasn't the gravel pit, maybe that was just like a turning bay.
Right. Okay. I think for sure we kind of want to go over to the shady part, right?
Yeah. That's it, eh?
I think this is us.
Alright.
Obligatory check it out walk for me while Ollie does the hard work. Ooh, here's a girl. I don't mind it. It's kind of weird.
That's just from where we've come from, it's very different.
It's so kind of weird. It feels a bit like a movie set or something. Like it's so weird. So most of these gravel pits, from what I've read about them, like when they were building roads or doing construction around here, they would set up these areas that they could store machinery and whatnot, and it's not signposted, and then campers find them, put them on Wikicamps, and then people like us come and review it and whatever. But you can kind of see behind us, they've put all this along here to stop people going over there, and there is like a burnt out car. Anyway, we better think about putting a tent up, eh? My most important job is to film as soon as I can, as much as I can, while Ollie's setting up, because then it looks like I'm doing something, but I don't have to put the tent up. He does it all by himself. While I'm getting B-roll. B-roll. It's so important.
The dead blow hammer was doing pretty well for a while there, but I think we might have finally met its match.
We bought this really flash new mat for the dog. It's only like 50 bucks, but it's super roomy and like she loves it.
Stick, and now I'm gonna use it. All this power that I have, gonna totally use it. Got a stick, and I use it every day. Whoa. Treacherous. Made that look easy.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
Sweet, bro.
Any termites?
Well, that's about all the exploring. Not a lot. There's not a lot here.
Thai green curry for dinner.
Good morning. We didn't get murdered. Thank
Alex was a
God.
bit worried when a truck pulled up at 8:30 at night. She was, by that stage, she was convinced we were going to be murdered.
I kept having these like full anxiety like episodes where I was like, I don't think I can go to sleep. Like at one point I was like, I think I need to tell Ollie we have to leave. And like, is he gonna be okay with packing up this time of night? And then he was like, I think he was taking Mehrts to go to the toilet or something. I was like, I wonder if he'll be alright. I have to leave. But I didn't say it. And we didn't leave. We stayed. We've had one coffee. And we're just discussing where we're going next. And I wanted to go somewhere with showers so I could wash my hair. But Ollie says he wants to boil me lots of water so that I can have clean hair. He better. He's staring at me.
What are you whispering about?
Nothing. But we've got about 2 hours drive. So that's not too bad. We'll probably have another coffee, start packing up, and there's a bit of an ominous sort of dark cloud hovering behind us, so if we can get out of here soon, it's probably a good idea. Stop!
Making pizza again tonight. Alex knew the recipe off the top of her head after editing it about 12 times, so I don't need that anymore.
Never doubt your wife. Alright, pack up with Swift. We are getting quick. It's time to leave this gravel pit. Someone else can get murdered here. And we're going to well, if it's not too busy, we're going to another free camp tonight. A hilltop camp, 4-wheel drive tracks. And looking forward to it. Apparently it's a pretty incredible view. But I've got some handful of barbecue shapes in the car, so I've got to get going. See you later.
It's a little bit easier to see stuff on the ground than the last site.
All good?
Yeah, sure. So, some unexpected wildlife. A couple of emu in the middle of the road.
So cool.
We had to slow right down, otherwise, because there was like two, one on the left hand side, one on the right hand side. One on the left wasn't moving until we got within like 2 meters of it, and then just like scarping away. It's great. So we've been periodically getting these like stretches of single lane, and you'll just be heading around a bend, and then all of a sudden there'll be another car coming the opposite direction, so you gotta slam on your brakes while you're on the asphalt still, and then like veer off to the side, and the car on the opposite side has to do the same thing. And it just comes on randomly, like it'll just, all of a sudden you'll be one lane, and then it'll spread out to two, and then back into one. And you're going up and down these humps and hollows, you just don't know what to expect, She is bloody hot. 33 it is right now. Bit of wind, but doesn't look to be cooling down anytime soon. It's going to be 32 at 6 o'clock. Be 24 at 9 o'clock, which is usually when we go to bed. So yeah, be a bit of a test. Just wandering up here. Alex seems to think she might have seen some bush limes. Not sure what they are actually. No cell reception up here, so it's a bit difficult to find out what they are, and it's a bit difficult to see what's around the area. So at the moment we're just sort of staying out of the heat really. Trying to keep that little girl cool. I'll have to start a fire at some stage for the pizzas, but it's only 2 o'clock now, so I've got a bit of time to kill. So against my better judgment, I've opted to go and pick one of these limes. So I've whacked my boots on, because it's in amongst some pretty long grass. And I'll see what we're looking at. Alright, well I'm pretty confident this isn't a lime. Feels pretty dry, but I suppose we'll crack into it and find out what it is. I won't be tasting it. Well, there's no more cold water in the fridge, so there's only one other cold beverage in there. So I've sussed myself out a couple of jobs just to take my mind off the heat. Number one is cutting up that firewood a bit small so I can use it in my fire pit. And the other job is cutting a little wedge for the axe handle, because it was always a bit loose and the head was sort of coming off. And I'd been meaning to try and source like a wooden wedge, but I haven't been able to track one down, so I'm just going to try and hack one up with a chainsaw. See what happens. I take quite a bit of pride in my axe. It's a high-test Craftsman, Australian-made axe, made in the 1960s, and picked it up off a bloke whose dad actually used it for every single camping trip they ever went on. So, you know, it's not something I want to. I'm quite happy to make a wedge for it rather than chuck it away. So they're not the most uniform wedges you've ever seen, but you usually make them on the drop saw. I don't even have a handsaw, so do it with a chainsaw. They'll work. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. Slip the head on. Yeah, flip it upside down. Sort of sitting slightly above now, and a wedge. So it's pretty bloody solid now. I've got a bit of excess. Maybe once I get hold of a handsaw at some stage I'll chip it off.
Whoa. No pizza again.
Aw, man. Pizza again, Dad. It's like, how long ago? 2 weeks ago?
Was it?
Really? Bit of a windy old night and a windy old morning. Alex isn't particularly happy. It wasn't the end of the world. Woken up a few times, but Alex doesn't like being woken up at night. I think I was woken up 3 times during the night just to sort out wind stuff. Like, it was super calm when we went to bed and everything, and like it was a really nice evening. And then, yeah, I don't know what time it was, the wind just started kicking up and the tent was bloody blowing in and out and making a big bloody racket. Got up to initially to put the shower tent away, and then at the same time to reinforce the back of the tent. And then the second time I got up was to drop the awning, was it? Down a bit?
Yeah, because the poles came out.
Yeah, because the middle ridge poles came out. And the third time I got up was to put the stove down?
Yeah.
But yeah, a little bit unsettling. But it was really hot when we went to bed, so it was quite nice. Obviously the wind blew away the heat a bit, so it's not all bad.
There's no positives.
I think we'll make tracks pretty early this morning. See if there's anything to see on the way. We don't have the internet connection, so I'm not really sure what's around. So we'll get on the road and see what's around and pick a spot for tonight.